global job market landscape is evolving, driven by technological advancements that reshape various industries. Along with this kind of growth are rapid changes in job demands, turning job hunting into quite a challenge for young job seekers. So, how do we empower these young professionals to become equipped and thrive amid these changes? A deep dive on this matter and more in this roundtable discussion with Mapúa University E.T Yuchengco School of Business. I am Giselle Barrientos, your moderator for today. Let me introduce our panel of experts. First, we have Don Enrique Moreno, Program Chair of Mapua's E.T Yuchengco School of Business ASU Pathways. Second, we have Joey Agarao, the Head of Talent Acquisition of GCash. Also here to join us in the discussion is Sandra Feliza Galang, Head of the Talent Management at Ayala Corporation. Finally, we have Trisha Marcelo, Vice President and Head of the Talent Acquisition Division of the Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation, or RCBC. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Hello.
I'm excited to dive into this. So my first question, I think I'll throw to Ms. Sandra. How is the local job market evolving? And do you think the Philippines has caught up with the changes in the global job market?
Well, there's data that you can't really ignore. What I've seen and based from our research and what I've also seen in Ayala, 7 out of 10 global firms would still choose the number one skill need, which is analytical skills. And when we talk about tech skills, it's no doubt that AI, big data, data analytics leapfrogged all hard skills. So it's really that data analytics is now the new baseline regardless of your major. So, and all sectors, when we talk about industries, they're all data-centered right now. And when we talk about skills also, there's a shelf life of skills. And it's getting shorter and shorter based from our experience as well. Used to be 3 to 5, and then now what we're seeing is that 2 years to 2.5 years, yun na lang yung shelf life ng skills. So, the skills stack beats 1-off degree. That's what I've seen. And there are a lot of jobs opening right now with new skills, such as skills in sustainability, in green tech. And when we talk about the expectation on the workforce right now, and what we've seen in Ayala is that pahirap siya ng pahirap in a sense that it's also changing, that the executives, and based on data also, 50% of executives fear that their staff could not execute what's on their strategy or on their plans. So it's also in their KPI to really do upskilling for the workforce right now.
Actually, off camera, we were talking about growth mindset, no? That it's important for job seekers. And I think nag-a-adapt rin dito yung mga companies, ano?
Right.
Like you guys are also upskilling your own employees.
So it's really the continuous learning of each and every one. And that is very important for, say, the students. For them to be relevant and for them to be hired immediately, they have to have the growth mindset.
Absolutely. So I wonder, what are your thoughts na, what industries are in demand right now? I wonder. I bet like everybody, because finance.
Yeah, definitely it's still what Sandra has mentioned. It's really the information and technology, right? We also have the financial services, fintech. All right, so it's still there. I mean, the demand is really huge, and I believe that healthcare is still booming. The global need for nurses, Filipino talents, nurses, doctors, medical technologists are in demand, primarily because of the aging population in the U.S., Europe, and Japan area.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
What I've also noticed is that there's the sustainability or sustainable enterprise management. ESG budgets are rising right now, and it's very important that there's a focus on ESG for these corporations. And when you talk about fintech, I'm happy that GCash is here. We are anticipating in the Philippines by 2027, about 60% will be via e-payments. So it's important to really embed that and academic partnership, they should know that these are the in-demand industries right now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So to add, technology advancement is also relevant and it's evolving right now, particularly in our industry in fintech, whereby we launch different products and services, not only into the Philippines, but also abroad. So that also means that we have to adapt to different technologies that other countries are using. So that means that our workforce should be ready and should be equipped to be able to use these technologies in terms of the transformation that we'll be doing in our related services.
So, Joey, I'm sure as somebody in fintech, you have to be ahead of the curve talaga in developing your workforce. Kasi innovation in tech, that's what's leading the charge right now, di ba? In the job market. So, on a national level, what would you recommend that the Philippines focus on? Kasi diba, our government right now is pushing on a policy level to really globalize the job market.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts on what we should focus on?
In my opinion, as an HR practitioner, I support the recommendation from the Philippine Institute of Developmental Studies based on their current research about the quality of education in the country, where they showed us the different gaps that we are encountering, and also some actionable steps that we should take on as a country. It is evident, looking at what the government is doing right now, it is evident that the education is still a top priority.
Yeah.
In fact, through the trifocalization of the different institutions like CHED, TESDA, and DepEd, and its mandate to allocate one of the largest budget priorities, which is in education.
It's really an all hands on deck approach, and it all starts from education, which is perfect that we have Don here, diba? So I know that MAPUA is in collaboration with Arizona State University.
Yes.
To create really globalized programs. Can you
Yeah.
talk to us about that?
Okay, so Mapúa University's Enrique T. Yuchengco School of Business is in collaboration with Arizona State University, one of the most innovative universities in the US, to offer globally competitive and future-ready business programs in the Philippines. So among our most innovative programs that we offer are the dual degree programs, one of which is the BS in Global Management with a dual degree counterpart in ASU of BS in International Trade. Second is the BS in Business Intelligence and Analytics with a dual degree component in ASU of BS in Data Science. And third is the BS in Marketing with a dual degree program counterpart at ASU of BS in Digital Audience. So, in addition, we also offer accelerated program in the BS Business Administration program, leading to the Masters in Global Management and Masters in Leadership Management. So, these three dual degree programs, including the accelerated Masters program, follow the 3+1 model, meaning the students only need to take 3 years to finish their bachelor's degree at MAPUA, plus they can opt to finish another 1 year completion in the ASU to finish their
Like there talaga.
yeah. And in addition, yung student can only take this in 1 year because MAPUA's curriculum is already ASU enhanced, meaning several ASU courses are already being credited at MAPUA. So the students can also have the flexibility to finish or to complete their final year either on-site in the US or online, depending on the circumstances.
Right.
So those are the programs that we currently offer under this partnership.
Right. Sakto to sa minensyon ni Sandra earlier.
Yes.
Skill tapping.
I was actually thinking that, for instance, for Ayala, what are we looking for talents? Diba? And I like the 3+1. It's the accelerated, because it's really getting shorter and shorter in terms of the shell life of skills. What we're looking for in Ayala, for instance, when we look for talents, will be learning agility. But it's not just to show me what you learned. It's teach me what you learned over the last 6 to 12 months. So, college usually is like 4 years minimum and to 5 years. But there are a lot of, like me, I'm a graduate of communications, but I'm not using any of the skills that I learned in college. So what is the trick now? It's really to do that stackable, micro credentials that's gonna lead you to your future as the work also and the jobs also evolve, right? So aside from learning agility, we're also looking for some soft skills as well. The combination of hindi lang puro tech, but it's the tech plus your judgment, your empathy. How do you, the human blend, how do you blend, like you use data, but at the same time you use judgment and empathy? That's very important that you show a proof. Sa amin in recruiters, we know if it's just textbook knowledge that the candidate is actually telling us because we see if there's really case exercises, right? And another that's important, being human also, is the collaboration. It's very important for conglomerate kasi we thrive on collaboration. So we have to check if the talent can do cross-BU, negotiation. For instance, like Joey here from GCash is my, stakeholder, but you see that we over-communicate, and it makes us easy to make decision as a conglomerate and as a company. I think those are several factors that we consider, but also being purpose mindset. Because right now, what we notice is that investors reward organizations that's purpose-driven. And so what I've seen in our portfolios is that we are innovating, transforming, and really, re-evaluating the purpose statements, the values, and we let external, internal, stakeholders know about our new journey together as this transition is happening.
Right.
Yeah, so it's very timely to really hear that, and I'm happy that we're also in partnership,
Yes.
with MAPUA. We support, these schools, and I hope that more and more, college and universities would do this.
And I think knowing some job seekers right now, it's really important for them the story,
Yes.
like the purpose of so it's nice to hear that. And I think you mentioned kanina na it's important yung human blend, right?
Yeah.
So I know that that's something interesting about Mapua is that it's really more geared towards problem solving and immersion talaga siya. So could you talk a little bit more about like the core values of what shaped the curriculum?
Yeah, so our core strategies focuses on 3 elements, no? Global immersion, providing real-world experiential learning, and digital mastery to ensure student success, in our student journey, in the journey of the student life. So allow me to break down this in a nitty-gritty detail. No? So first, we ensure that our curriculum are globally relevant and industry-aligned. Our offerings range from global management, business intelligence and analytics, financial technology, business administration, marketing, and entrepreneurship are all based on industry needs, and future-focused careers. So through global immersion, our students may benefit from global signature courses, may benefit from ASU enhanced curriculum, including the content repository of all the courses of ASU are being embedded to our courses. So those are the things that are that we embed in the curriculum, making our students experience worldwide global academic experience in particular. Second, we engage with hands-on experiential learning. Our students are practically applying, and trying to solve any particular business challenges and problems, interact with business leaders, in particular with our partnership with our strong industry partners like the Yuchengco and Ayala groups, by exposing our students to company projects, through experiential learning, yung tawag dito is yung problem-based or project-based learning approach. So third, we promote digital fluency and digital mastery. We champion in digital mastery. Our students gain access to hundreds, if not thousands, of micro-credentials and masterclass sessions from ASU, including the career sprint posted in our website. You can also see that there. To really gain certifications, as early as their journey as a student, bringing them competitive edge and advantage with what their employers are currently looking for today. So all of these things are built on those 3 strategies for and to ensure also our student success.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. I think up to my generation, I would say, medyo traditional pa siya na memorization-based, di ba?
And it's different now.
Yeah.
It's really different.
Problem solving.
True.
And I'd like to echo what he has said, that immersion is very important. So one program that I think everyone would agree with this, that would help the students is for the industry partners to have a structured internship program, immersion program, because this would provide them real life experience. And I think that's, like other than the technical skills, they would also be able to develop other soft skills.
Earlier, you talked about a co-creation aspect to the curriculum, di ba? And as I said then earlier, all hands-on-deck approach talaga would be ideal to really globalize our job market. So I want to throw this to Trisha. What advice do you have for universities, para mag-co-create? Because, di ba, we discussed earlier, importante na mag-align lahat eh. Government efforts, what employers really need, and then what universities are teaching. So what would be your advice to co-create curriculums para to give our students a head start simula pa lang?
Okay, absolutely. Co-creating relevant curriculum between Philippine universities and industry partners is actually very, very critical for us to bridge the gap between education and employment. And how do we do that? As mentioned earlier, immersion program, internship program, micro-credentials, the universities can embed industry relevant certifications, as well as for us, for the different companies, we can host career conversations. We actually do that naman, but we can enhance it more for the students to be prepared when they graduate from college.
Right.
And I think when you say co-create curriculum, yes, there's immersion, right? I think that has always been the intention naman when you do internship. Like for Ayala, we have this group-wide internship where we really deploy them to the business and then they experience, what it is to work for Ayala. But what's also good in Mapua, for instance, they get like global partner to really design the curriculum that it's market anchored. So it's very important to do that. We can innovate.
Right, absolutely. Parang as quick as everything is evolving, like I think everybody all together is going into a great unknown, di ba? So parang problem solving and being a self-starter is really important. So these programs by Mapua are already laid out and available to students. So in general, I just want to get your last pieces of advice on how students can further plan the programs that they take in college and what factors should they consider given the fast evolving job demands right now. Maybe Joey can, I'll ask each of you, but maybe Joey can start with this one.
First, I think students should still consider what motivates them. So they should consider their interests level and what they're passionate about, because it's not just about what's in demand out there. It's really knowing and building a career that will last and a career that will motivate you. So it's very important to know what their strengths are and leverage on that strengths in terms of getting their first job and eventually build their lasting career. And second, have an open eye in terms of all the innovations and all the trends that's happening. Leverage on the available labor market data so that they will be they will keep abreast of what's new and be ready even as a student. And lastly, take all the opportunities that's available from internships, from all the case competitions that's available, and all the immersion programs that companies like GCash also provides. I think that way they will be exposed to real life situations and be able to be aware of what's really happening in the market, so that all the theories that they have learned learned in school will be put into practice and will be applied practically.
Trisha, do you have any thoughts?
So I totally agree with Joey that we need to know ourselves first. So the students need to know their interests, strengths, as well as their blind spots. So really the personality of the person. So it's not just knowing what is in demand, but you really need to know yourself if you would fit into this, type of program and eventually this career. All right. What else? Aside from that, it has been mentioned a while ago, developing not only the technical skills, hard skills, but also the soft skills. Emotional intelligence is very important.
Right.
All right. For you to navigate, your journey, whether it's personal or professional journey, you have to have high emotional intelligence,
Correct.
right? So the students must be able to choose a program, not only for them to land a job, okay, but also would allow them to grow, all right? Growth is very important, no? To grow, adapt, and stay relevant in the next few years.
Right. Perfect. Any thoughts?
Well, I'd like to, because you said it's an all-in journey, right? And I agree with that. I think before I give like an advice for students, for HR practitioners also, that's why we're all here, because it's a proactive way of really helping the country, the different industries as well. I think what the HR should continuously do is really to create the skills heat map and overlay, combining not just the attrition risk, but also what is the future skills that is emerging right now, so that you're also market anchored. And then you can make a decision as a company on, okay, where do we get the talents? So gone are the days that we always just go to, the same universities and top universities. But right now it's important that you get talent pool with actually verified skills. There's a lot of tools out there. We have the LinkedIn Skills Verified, where you can actually see talent pools with verified skills. I think we should swap that more than the years of experience. Because gone are the days that you say, this person has 10 years experience, but what are the skills that this person has been, exhibiting over the last 10 years compared to what the talent has learned over the last 12 months? It's very important to have a balance on that. And for the students, I always said that skill set is your job security before. That's my favorite line in talent management. But I think right now, I'd change it. Skills is your currency. We talk about job security, that's your currency, but your mindset, so I agree with what you're saying. Your mindset is your currency. What do you call this? Your exchange rate. So skills is your currency, mindset is your exchange rate. So you as a student, learn loudly. These generations coming into the workforce right now, your digital footprint is your resume. So what I can advise is that you swap, like whatever you're doing over summer, maybe create that stackable skills. You earn one micro credential on digital tech, and then one micro credential on, green jobs or sustainability or tech and AI. As long as you keep on stacking on the skills, that's very important. And I think I wouldn't be scared about, job security until AI can beat us in karaoke. Yes. But until then, we can create a future-proof, workforce and really proudly Pinoy.
I love that. Yeah, and it's perfect for Mapua, di ba na? I actually think it's nice na students can really customize how they build their career from the start lang with micro-credentials, di ba?
Yeah.
So to wrap everything up, Don, any last words about the program? Hearing everybody's thoughts today, could you give us a glimpse of any plan to develop it in the future and something that future students would want to look forward to?
All right. First of all, I'm happy to share the table with all of our industry partners, with their thoughts and expertise with regard to talent and human resource background. So to wrap up, our business programs at Mapúa E.T School of Business are strategically designed to stay ahead of the industry trends, both the current and emerging trends in the future. So we make sure that our curriculum are relevant not only today, but we anticipate the skills that are essential in the future of the global business. So our collaboration with Arizona State University follows our vision. So it allows our students to really provide global academic experience. So to all students out there, if you are looking for a transformative experience that empowers you to lead and to succeed in anywhere in the world, Mapua's E.T School of Business is here for you with our dual degree programs, with our master's, accelerated master's program, and with these global opportunities ahead.
Right. Thank you so much, everybody, for your insights. It was such a fun and engaging conversation.
Thank you, Giselle.
And
for having us.
unfortunately,
Thank you.
that's all the time we have today. But thank you for listening. And if you have thoughts and suggestions on today's topic, feel free to share them at the Education channel in the Rappler Communities app. I'm Giselle Barrientos, and thank you for joining us in this roundtable discussion with Mapúa University E.T Yuchengco School of Business. We'll see you again.